Hello everyone, this is Anand Thakur from Informatica Global Customer Support Team, and in this video we will look into integration and configuration of Process Engine with Product 360 Media Manager. The agenda of this video includes overview, prerequisites, installation of Process Engine, configuration of Process Engine, and this will be followed by a quick demo. Now coming to the overview of Process Engine. While Process Engine and the pipeline module that we provide out of the box along with our installers offer similar functionality, Process Engine mainly excels in the processing speed. For business, it becomes very advantageous to use Process Engine in scenarios where they upload thousands of media assets daily. The pipeline module can take significant amount of time, especially for preview generation, leading to extended processing time. In contrast, Process Engine dramatically speeds up the preview generation and subsequent processing of media assets, making it ideal for dealing high volume workloads. Prerequisites: Media Manager components such as oMedias, oWorkflows, oVault, which is nothing but the administrator module, and FuncD must be installed. Coming to installation of Process Engine. First, we need to copy the Media Manager Process Engine zip to a folder of our choice and extract the contents. Go to the extracted directory. To start Media Manager Process Engine, we have two options. Either we start it manually using the startup.bat script, or install it as a service using the file install service.bat, and then start it afterwards using the task manager. To stop Process Engine, we have to do one of the following depending whether we have started it manually or as a service. If we have started it manually, then bring up the console in front and press Ctrl C on your keyboard to stop it. If we have started it as a service, then stop it using the task manager. Coming to the configuration of Process Engine. Process Engine is installed on top of Tomcat, so all the properties related to this engine can be found under the Tomcat directories. For Process Engine.properties file, we need to navigate under Tomcat, Web Apps, Activity App, WebINF, Class, and inside classes, we will see Process Engine.properties file present. Now let's start looking into the various properties which can be found under this file. The first one is encryption of password. Process Engine.properties file will have password for OPASDB. And since this file can be accessed by various teams, encryption of this password becomes very important to keep the information secured. In order to encrypt the password, we need to add two encrypt tags as shown in the example below. Volume 0. Volume 0 is the designated standard file server where all the media assets are stored. This volume 0 is the same path that we have configured in the administrator module. Path to tools. Under this, we define paths for ImageMagick and EXIF tools, which will be used for various image conversion purposes by the Process Engine tool. Database connection. The database connection string, username and password needs to be configured. Depending upon the type of database that we are using, either it is Oracle or SQL, various DB dialects have been provided in the Process Engine.properties file. Use the dialect that supports the database that you are on. Logging. Various logging parameters have been configured in log4j2.xml file, which can be found in the below path. In case there comes a scenario where we need to add some debug loggers, then all the logging details or the loggers have to be placed in this particular file for Process Engine. Now let us start with the demo. For this demo, we are integrating Process Engine with Media Manager installed for 10.1 HF4. Here we have already installed the Process Engine services, so let's start looking at the Process Engine.properties file first. So for that, we go inside the Tomcat, Web Apps, Activity App, WebINF, and then Classes folder. Here you see all the configuration files like the Process Engine.properties and even the log4j2.xml, which will be required for configuring your logs. Now let's start looking at the process engine.properties. Here, if we start from the top, the very first thing that we see is the media manager volumes path, which is nothing but the volume 0 path, same as the one that we configure in the media manager administration module. This path will have all your images and the various tools which are required for the operations of media manager. Talking about the tools, there are two important tools which will be required for all the conversion operations. The first being the image magic. So we configure the path of image magics which will be present inside your volume 0, opass tool, funcd tools and image magic. Apart from that, we also provide the exif tools. So configure the path of exif tools which is also present inside the volume 0 path. So the path for that will be your volume 0 followed by opass tool, funcd and tools. The next configuration that we see is for the database. So here we are using a SQL database of SQL database version 2012. So the DB dialect selected will be for SQL Server 2012 as shown here. Apart from this, you have dialects available for Oracle 11G, 12C and SQL Server 2008. Now we create the JDBC connection for the database. Which looks like SQL Server localhost 1433 and followed by the database name, which will be nothing but the opass DB. Now we have provided the DB user and also the password. So in order to encrypt password, we provide toEncrypt as shown here. Next file present in this configuration folder is the log4j. So the important directory that we need to notice or configure in this log4j file will be the path for the logs, and it is mentioned in logs base directory. So if you notice, we are placing the logs in our C directory. So once you configure the path, any processing of images, the logs will be captured here. Now since we have looked at all the configuration files, now let's go ahead and start the process engine services and try to process an image. For that, we go inside the media manager process engine directory, and for this video we will be starting the services manually and not installing the service. So let's go ahead and double click on startup.bat. Now we can see the services have started. Now let's go to the logs directory that we have configured and open the logs. So you see, even this log has captured that the process engine has been started. Now let us go ahead and upload an image for our test. So we have logged into the web client and we will be adding an image to be processed. Let's go ahead and upload the Informatica logo. Start upload, close. Now let's go to the process engine logs to check if it has started processing it. So you can see here the file has been picked and has been identified a document identifier, and it has been processed successfully. Now let us go to the web client and try to search for the image. So this is the image that we had uploaded, and if you can see, it has processed the image. The preview has been generated. We had no process for derivative creation, so it was just the preview generation process. This brings us to the end of the demo. We would love to hear from you. You can leave your feedbacks at supportvideos@informatica.com or also on our Twitter handle. Thank you.